guys, Layla here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be checking out something we all may have used in our childhoods, the creative art supply box. Wacha. So on November 30th, artist Adam Ellis tweeted a PSA for all of us. If you're doing shopping for artsy kids this holiday season, avoid these art sets. Every artist I know got these as a kid and loathed them because the quality sucks. Instead, find out what medium the kid likes and get a nice version of that specific thing. And so, of course, Twitter was set aflame as far as this topic went. Anyways, all of that just to say, it got me thinking. And I figured I'd go ahead and buy this set and try it out, see what I can make with it. And so it's got 96 pieces, 20 premium core colored pencils, 9 bold tip perma markers, 9 felt ease felt tip pens, 2 fine tip perma markers, 20 watercolor cakes. I guess that's their way of saying they're circular shaped. Okay. 24 oil pastels, 2 sketch pencils, 2 paintbrushes, 2 erasers, 1 blending tortillon, 1 paint palette, 1 ruler, 1 sharpener, 1 learning guide, and 1 wood case. And so when I was a kid, I owned something similar to this. This isn't the exact set that I owned, but of course, like every other kid who probably got this, you probably received it as a gift from your mom or your aunt, uncle, some adult person in your life. And so this is what I could find at Walmart. And it's not exactly like the ones from back in the late 90s, early 2000s. The wood was like more blonde beige. This is a dark wood now, fancier. And let's go ahead and open it up. Oh, and it comes like with coloring pages already, so that's pretty cool. They're like those ever popular adult coloring books and Zentangles and things like that. Super cute. All right. And it's got this little budding artist learning and project guide. That's pretty informative. I don't think the older ones had these kinds of things. Alrighty. And so we definitely just have a lot of supplies here. I'm going to go ahead and pretty much just color swatch everything just to see what they feel like and the color that they lay down. So this is my really quick color swatching. I didn't really list any of the colors because most of the product does not have color names. And the products were kind of pretty much as expected. The pastels were quite clumpy. The markers bled a bit. The colored pencils, again, were pretty good, actually. I didn't really have much complaint. I feel like they're pretty much on par with Crayola colored pencils. There's certainly no Prismacolors, but for the price, they're pretty good. And then lastly, the watercolors were kind of chalky, but I kind of like them. And I'm drawing a little bit of inspiration from an original character of mine who has gauges and an interesting tribal kind of look. And then I'm doing huge tropical leaves. It's one of my favorite things to do. All right, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and use the fine liner in black that they have and then start lining. Ooh, I really like this. It's kind of like a Sharpie, and I'm basically just using multimedia type of paper because I felt like that would make the most sense. My only issue is how bad it bleeds. But I mean, I feel like that's to be expected. So in a way, I kind of get what Adam Ellis means about, don't waste the $30 that it costs on this sort of a product. And I'm sure he means well. But I don't know, I kind of like it. But if I'm being honest, I probably used mine when I was a kid a total of maybe 2 times out of the entire time that I owned it. And then it just kind of sat there and collected dust. Although this set didn't cost $30. This was actually $20. So honestly, I don't know. I don't think it was that big of a deal. I don't think it was that big of a price. And I'm having fun, that's for sure. All right, and then I believe that pretty much concludes the lining. And I'm going to go ahead and erase all the sketching underneath that I have. I'm going to start off with the watercolor because I kind of liked this one when I was doing the swatches. So I'm going to do this skin in this kind of powdery orange. It's kind of peach. I'm nervous. I don't know. The only downside to just using supplies like this is that there's a very strong likelihood of patchiness, and that's what I'm thinking I might get with this. So let's hope for the best. And then I'm going to use some of the colored pencils for things like lips. And I mean, if I had to give a ranking of quality, I suppose I would say they're better in quality than whatever you would find at the dollar store. The only thing is the watercolor's chalkiness does not go too well with the line art because it kind of like covers it. So I gotta like go over the line art a bit. And I'm gonna do the eyes with color pencil and a marker. So this is the Felt Ease marker, and it's basically just a water-based kind of marker, and I don't know, I'm not really feeling it. Get a different color. Maybe this one will work better. Meh, it's okay. Then I'm going to probably do all the greenery with color pencil, and I'm kind of just moving between three colors. This emerald, which is my darkest, this avocado, and yellow cab. Now I'm just getting fancy. Trying to mimic the idea of the plant veins, but I don't think they're exactly like this on Monstera kind of leaves. But I like the effect. It's very pretty. And honestly, these color pencils are pretty good. All right, and my first gigantic leaf is done. Took like 10 hours, it felt like. No, in reality, I think it took like 30-ish minutes. But I think it came out pretty neat. I love how rich the color is. So now I'm going to do the palmetto behind her, but I'm going to use a different color because I don't want all the colors to look the same. So I'm using this Mist Metallic, it's called, which I don't think it's metallic-y, but it is a very strong color. It's almost like a slate gray. But basically I'm trying to add in this slate gray because I just don't want these two leaves like sort of meshing together. I want to make them distinctly different in color. So I figured this would add to a darker sort of color scheme to this type of leaf. The cores of the color pencils are soft, and that's pretty much what you want for good blending effects, but they're still sturdy enough to not break that often. I think that's one of the things that people complain the most about when it comes to Prismacolor is that their cores are so soft that they break often, which sucks, but the blending effects of Prismacolors are amazing. So, alright, got 2 leaves down. I think I might do the flower in watercolor. I could use the markers, but the only thing about the markers is they're water-based, so they're going to really eat at the paper, especially when the tips are, well, these are the perma markers. The Felt Ease tips were really abrasive, but these I don't think would be too bad. Let me see. Actually, never mind. I got the 2 markers confused. So the perma markers are great. The Felt Ease ones, which are these ones where the tip is just slightly like pointier, are awful. Because I'm assuming these are alcohol-based, the perma markers, since they're permanent. And then the Felties are water-based. And then I'll probably go over this a little bit with colored pencil, just to give it some depth, because I don't have a color that's stronger than this red that I'm using. So it would be kind of hard to add some shadow with just markers. And then take my red and, oh, this red isn't that much darker. I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick it up either. Maybe a brown would work. Do I have a brown? Yes, I do. Wasn't sure. All right, and then my last leaf is right here. I would assume that would be my darkest. So I'm going to go ahead and use a marker to color it in, and then just color pencil to pretty much do the same as I did to the flower. Should have added yellow marker. That would have really made it pop. And then I'm going to finish up the girl first with her hair. I'm going to make her hair just completely jet black. So I'm nowhere close to finishing her hair, but I'm definitely really happy that I went with this kind of idea. Mostly because it provides just a lot of contrast to the overall picture. Because we've got a lot of this green foliage going on, and I don't want to detract from that, but I also don't want to make her super bland either. And black is a very demanding color, in my opinion, especially when it's straight black like this. And yet it's simple, and I like that. And then I wanted to do this little rope thing that she's got on her in red. I thought about brown, but I don't know, brown sounds kind of boring at the moment. So I figured I'd balance out the color with a little bit of red on this side, since I've got red on the right side with the flower. And then a little bit of red on this earring here. And then finally, I'm going to do the background blue. I'm going to do the lower pieces with the marker, and then I'm going to do the mid areas with this lighter blue marker so that we kind of get the idea of a gradient, so that the farther you go up on the picture, the lighter of the blue gets. And I don't have a lighter marker than this, so I'm going to use this light blue turquoise color pencil to get the upper areas. And there we go. And it's almost done. I say almost because I have to add my shinies. And this is just a white gel pen. Did not come with the pack, but I cannot help myself. And the eyes are pretty much all I'll use it for, because that's all that I want. And now that's that. So is this pack worth it? Professionally, no, but for fun, yes. The recommended age group for this kind of a box is 8 years and up. And granted, at 8 years of age, yes, I knew I wanted to do art, but at 8 years of age, I don't think I would consider myself a very serious artist. I was a beginner. I like to play around with art supplies, but I don't think I would have done well with $20 worth of super expensive art supplies. I don't think I would have known what to do with them, really. But I had fun, and I'm really proud of this piece that I was able to make with these supplies that are literally 20 cents per supply. This is like a redo of the cheap art supply challenge, but with a kit, already pre-made rather than buying individual products at the dollar store. So if you enjoyed this video, maybe comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you next time, guys. Thanks! Bye!